20 mil, know it's crazy, but this shit true. Big G, whack like dust, shit was baby blue, feeling out, going, might as well been a Gemini.
Yeah, we opened here, then held in the very next candle, so it's also kind of a potential higher low, but we'll see. Really, we just need to hold like all of this, because this is the open, and then this is that next level under, so they can hold that. They still have a chance. If we lose this, this might scare some people, and we could be seeing a pullback a little bit, so careful of this, but also if we see any kind of slowdown at any point, we'll draw our fib. We'll draw our fib from the level of the break to wherever they slow down. Wherever our first green candle appears, we'll grab the low, and then see what kind of retest we get, if we get one at all. SPY is already breaking under their old all-time high and that previous candle's close. So kind of really just watching the open on this. You can add that level if you want now. I try to wait a few minutes after to, okay, they're just going to break it now. So far, a single candle retest on the 1 minute. Possible bearish retest under current day open on SPY 1 minute. This is also almost 9 o'clock, which is pretty crazy. Be careful though. We have seen a little bit of wicking here, a little bit of weakness as bears failed to just continue on under these new lows after making a new low. They made them and then wicked, which is one thing to be kind of cautious about as a bear. So if you don't just flood through, that's probably why. But I do like the fact that we are under a current day open after failing, and this would be the second time coming up. So instead of just one little single candle retest, you're actually getting a little bit more. So bearish retest to the downside might actually be kind of hot right here on SPY. Now, if you do get the break over 599.50s, get the hell out, because you don't want to hold above that. Oh, and there's that dip. So they are in the new low. They are into the low. If you were scalping, this would be a good first target. If you're being smart about things, a good second target would be this next level, just because you don't know that it's going to make a new low. So if you're going to scalp, you got to hit your boundaries, right? And this is one of your boundaries right now, is this low. So if you do get into that, which hopefully you don't get them that quick, because you know, getting in and then getting right back out or skimming some of it right after, it feels crazy, like you feel chaotic. So hopefully you get a little bit of time before that, but it's never going to be what you want all the time. But that was kind of cool to see it happen the very next moment. And that's why I was trying to call out the 9 o'clock candle, because a lot of people are looking at like 5-minute candles, 10-minute candles, 30-minute candles, hourly, 4-hour, and a lot of those line up with 9 o'clock. Not every single one I just named. I'm just saying a lot of time frames line up at that time. So it's kind of cool and it made sense. But we'll see if we get that continuation under that new low, or if this is where they're going to chill out at. We did talk about that little kind of caution sign here. They had that low right here, and they perfectly went to it, wicked it twice. And here we are wicking it a third time. So a little bit of caution for this new low though, but once we get that new low, it should free everything up. Sellers should just send it. And there they go a little bit. 598.19 possibly. Second target. And I'm trying to do my best to explain things when I go over potential trade ideas. Like, I really like this one because it was probably the most passive one I've seen today. Also, it kind of lines up with everything we talk about. You can see at the high of day on the 1 minute, lower high, got a breakdown, so it kind of initiates a structure break. Then you get that pullback, you get that bring up, or you know, pulls back up to it. Looking for that first target, second target. If he gets back above that, we're just out completely. So I hope that made sense to anybody while I'm going over this. It can be a little hard to multitask, but it's kind of fun to go over your templates, because this is honestly one of the most basic templates we have. But yeah, I hope that helps, because I know some people struggle with live explanations over just watching somebody go over something afterwards. And you guys can see, even with all this scary selling, what have we still not broken on SPY? If anybody wants to answer that for me. What have we still not broken on SPY, even with all these scary big red candles? But yes, guys, good answer. PML. We have yet to break PML, even with all this scary selling. So, is this just a pullback to PML? Does this turn into something more? We don't know yet. Which, again, if we do end up breaking that, I really hope a lot of you guys go from your previous day close with a fib up to your today's open. And you'll see that 597.50, we have a level that's already marked off. Let me remove that. 596.90. These are two levels to watch for if pre-market low does break. So you have other levels to look out for in case, you know, you don't know what to look at when it's selling more, if it even does that. But right now they look like they're trying to pull back a little bit more. We got another lower high under that 599.50. So if you were in that bearish trade we talked about, which we were saying not closing unless we get above that, we did get a confirmation to keep holding, and we got a new low there that boosted into that second target. So I hope you guys have any kind of profits. You can definitely trim most of them because you don't know that you're going to get continuation. As I just finished explaining, we have not broken pre-market low yet. So yes, we're under current day open, but there's a huge big ass barrier right under us. So let's just be realistic and maybe exit that trade. We'll look to get continuation under 598.19. And we're getting some more selling here, so it's actually letting us get the hell out again. And I really hope you guys enjoy the explanation. Hope maybe later I can go cut all that up or something, because it was a little too quick at the beginning, and then we had to wait, and then we got more, so it was a little bit of pausing in between. But good stuff to anybody who's paying attention in this stream. Yeah, SPY isn't over 600. Trash, yeah. Scam. And yeah, honestly, today's a good explanation on how to use the levels correctly, order of operations. Because I see too many people try to do this a little too early. You know, every time they see a level fail, they do this. Which sometimes, sure, yeah, that's going to work, but it's not going to work every time. So it's good to use them in the correct order. This right here is kind of like warming us up. Because think about this. This is like really what dictates your direction is this right here. So they went above it, right? And then what'd they do? On the 1 minute, they made lower highs. On the 5 minute, it doesn't really look that aggressive. It just looks like a pullback. But then here on the 1 minute again, you can see after we switched from the 5 to the 1, they made another lower high. So this honestly should just be kind of warming you up. I don't know if they should shove you into shorts yet. And this should definitely make you a lot more confident, because this is above something that is telling us we should be bullish. This is below something that is telling us we should be bearish. So this almost pretty much amplifies the setup. And I hope that really helps you guys out. I already drew the overnight fib. I just deleted it because I don't need to stare at it. 597.50 is the 50%, and then this is the golden pocket, guys. They've pretty much hit the 50%. Maybe off by a couple cents, but like I said, we already trimmed our trade off that low. An addiction for me to draw the overnight gap. Like, honestly, that should be the easiest thing you guys remember. If there's two things I hope you take away from my strategy, it's current day open dictates direction, and then what Leland taught us. The overnight gap fib. Which again, if you guys can literally type what I just said on YouTube, on my YouTube, and you'll find that video. It's just a quick conversation between me and Leland covering the overnight gap fib. But there are other videos that have covered the importance and effectiveness of that. And yeah, look at that. Not perfectly from that overnight gap fib, but pretty damn close. I swear, every time we see like those dip buys happen, that's where it almost happens from every time. And I promise you, someone was sitting in here saying, "Why is Bueller exiting his trade? He's so stupid for exiting that without getting a bigger runner." No, you're stupid for not understanding your targets. If you didn't have a target here on the new low, that was dumb. If you didn't have a target here at the level, that was dumb. If you're just holding to get big red candles, you're not really trading. You're just guessing where it's trying to stop. Whereas what I just did was calculated. So yes, huge difference. And damn, did they really finally just now stop? Nope, not even really. They might not even be done yet. Crazy retake. We saw them do it within 3 candles. Nice higher lows holding it again. So they actually held on to the bottom of that barrier pretty damn well. I'm glad we talked about that beforehand too, just to kind of remind people like, hey, this has been dropping. Maybe don't start shorting it here yet just because it's breaking a bearish level. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, does a strategy you have or know of have the theory or like reasonings behind doing certain things like mine? No, they don't. I've never seen a system like mine online. It's not just breaking pre-market highs, pre-market lows. It is so much more in depth than that. And if you have traded it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like you're able to use your context. You're using you're very aware. I would say this strategy makes you aware, because you're using nothing but context to help you make your decisions. You understand with that context too the certain probabilities of certain things. If it does this, it should do that. If it does this, it should do this. And if it doesn't, then you know how to react because you know how it should be reacting. It's like everyone went from too bullish to too bearish, and now it's like neither side wants to pop. But watch out though, because if we keep seeing continued weakness here, bears should take control over time. And we probably will be seeing another dollar down from here. Watch for retake of 598.20s. It'd be a very good sign that buyers are trying to send us back up a little bit. But a good rejection here could send us back down to 596.90. Is the fib from 244.46 to that low? Oh, good question. Let's see. See, that's a good question. I'm going to go over here because my OHLC is a little fucked up. But just know I'm grabbing the same info. And it is. Wow, look at you. Look at you, smartass. You got yourself a little lead test. Which, if you think about it, that's basically what a break of structure midterm retest is. It's just a lead test. It's a little easier to say lead test. Save a little bit of oxygen. Draw it on the 5, jump down to the 1, see what you get. What patterns do we have here, everybody? Let's do some pattern recognition. Oh my god, it actually gave you something. What is this candlestick? Does anybody know this? Before it broke down, and gave you like a little obvious breakdown. What is this? I just covered, to give you a hint, we covered the opposite of this candle at the beginning of the stream earlier when I was doing that big pattern question for y'all, and y'all answered. This is the opposite of that. So I gave you a pretty good hint. Before the breakdown occurred, what is this candlestick pattern? Yes! A crow candle. Oh my god, Ace. If I didn't love you, I'd tear you up right now. But yes, a single crow, a black crow, a crow. I don't care how you remember this candle, but remember it. And then we got the close under. Inside bar. Close under. And then bears have complete control. Good eye, Maddie. Good question. Good breakdown by Triple Qs. I'm assuming SPY is breaking down as well. Yeah. Tech and IWMR, I have to assume SPY is. Which does put us past that overnight fib of the 50%. And we're past the golden pocket as well. Well, we have previous day highs to worry about now. You got this little barrier underneath price. Yo, support me on Twitter real quick. I'm showing everybody that we do basically a workshop class every time I stream, which I would say that's pretty true. Definitely go retweet this tweet for me, or reply to it, or literally anything would help. It's just crazy to me. There's like people who go out there and have these like events and make people pay money to be at them. And here we are on YouTube for free doing this every day. Publicly. Or not every day, but every time I stream. That's a good way to word it. Because we all know I don't stream every single day. And you guys know me, a little harsh sometimes, but it's only because we give a shit in here. You know, we're trying to grow. If we're constantly going over the same thing, how can we grow? You know, so gotta progress. But I see the growth in a lot of you, honestly. Some of you are taking trades that you definitely were not taking before. Some of you are seeing things you definitely did not see before. Good leadership too. I'm starting to see more people hold each other up instead of holding each other back. But I really do. I want you guys to hold yourself to a higher standard. If you get into a play, post it. You know, and maybe down the road we make a channel for just members, so we don't make it as, you know, weird for new people to just watch and be weird and be critical of everything. But who knows? I joined and you were leaving, Zero. Only because of you, Ace. But guys, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys again. We did a stream from open to almost 3 hours after open, so a little longer than I intended. But honestly, I just start these streams and then we go as long until we feel like it, you know? So I'm really just glad to be here with you guys. Thank you guys for all the support, all the likes, all the comments, all the questions. We had really good questions today. And all that stuff, seriously. But thank you guys again. Have a great rest of your day, and make sure to check out that tweet.